A bit longer hike than we thought to this cairn. We got some ruined, looks like farm, like barns or something over there. Probably more recent than this cairn. These cairns usually are from before BC, way before Viking times.
Alright, a little bit longer of a hike than we thought. About 1.3 miles. But here we go. We're gonna check it out. See what it looks like.
This hike ended up taking us through some different pastures. Looks like mostly sheep. You can always tell when you're by the sea when you see these black slugs. They love trails by the sea. We found the cairn. Most part that you see is mostly underground. So this cairn is about 5,000 years old. A lot older than I originally thought. They said that this was used by the locals as a spiritual place to come and contact past family members. It used to be bigger, not a lot bigger, but somewhat bigger. And then they tore it down, somebody did, in the 1800s to make a local dam nearby that we're going to look for as well. So yeah, this is all that's left. Let's go see if we can find the dam that they made with the rest of the pieces that would have completed the cairn. It looks as though that's the dam they created with the stones from the cairn in the 1800s. When somebody came and took the stones from it. We're gonna check out the Alexander Baines shepherd's pie. We're gonna check out the shepherd's pie here. Both of us are pretty excited about shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie it is. And the place was not called Alexander Bain. The building was. The restaurant is called the River House. We made it to John O'Groats, the most northeastern part of mainland Scotland, of the mainland. And is over here putting our sticker on. There we go, she got it on there. Got our sticker on the wall. Let me see the sign, babe. There you go. Okay, Vanna White. It's the 4th of July. I don't know, I think today was day 7, something like that. We're parked up for the night. It's 11 o'clock at night. As you can see, it's still pretty daylight out. Doesn't get dark here. I was out last night at 12:30 at night and it still was some sun. Anyway, over here is where we're going to be going tomorrow. That is Orkney, and actually it's beyond that is Orkney. We're going to put our camper van on a ferry, and we're going to take that over there and stay a couple days on Orkney, and then ferry back. But as you can see, we're all set up for tonight. We got the windows out, we got the top popped, ready to camp out. Waking up on the 8th day. It's about time to go to Annie's Bakery for breakfast. Rhonda has not stopped talking about Annie's Bakery since the last time we were here. I've got the wheel and the camera. We're driving right back there.
Watch out.
It's just a pothole.
It's huge.
Is Rhonda's favorite place on earth. It's very good too. It's Annie's Bakery. It is very good. It's amazing. But it's literally in the middle of nowhere. Here it is. Pretty unassuming place, but the food is so good. And then this is what Rhonda likes to do over here. He came to you?
He was over there, and then he came over here. The sauce.
It just opened up, so he just wants to be petted. He wants to see if you have food.
I know, I don't have
He's a big dude.
it. Big guy.
He is a big dude.
Delicious.
And this is why she gets fired up. This is why I get fired up. These pies are so good. A little bit of sauce. They are amazing. So we thought when we got a sausage roll, it was just going to be like a big pigs in a blanket. No, this is sausage in a roll. We got two of them. It's a huge one. We got a macaroni pie to go along with it. Here's Old Blue. Rhonda's got her tea ready. Breakfast time. I'm gonna put some HP sauce on mine.
Getting lined up to take the ferry over to Orkney. First one's here, and number 10.
We got Old Blue parked up. We're gonna go up to the top.
The Holy Trinity. Some. Yeah,
You should have went. Why didn't
It's hard to walk straight. Cliffs are huge. Here we are, pulling up to Stromness on Orkney. We have a day and a half on Orkney. 2 nights.
Made it to Orkney, Isles. Apparently we're headed to Stromness. Getting off of the ferry.
I feel like we're driving on a sidewalk.
In 800 feet, turn right onto A965.
We got this jug of chocolates from Annie's Bakery, Belgium chocolates. Pretty intricately. Oh, yep, there's a sheep in there. Designed. See how they go. I'm gonna eat this chicken.
Yeah, I think.
One bite, that chicken was gone. That's pretty good stuff. Want one, babe?
Still recording.
Mm-hmm. Don't fall over. They're really good.
I'll try this
One bite. We're coming up on Unstand Cairn. It's a chamber that, what'd they say, it was 5,300 years old?
Yeah.
And it was used, yeah, they built it to honor their dead. And then it was chambered for over 5,000 years and was unearthed in the late 1800s is when archaeologists found it. Yeah, one of the oldest Neolithic discoveries here on Orkney. 5,000 years, that's older than the pyramids, twice as old as Jesus Christ, more than that. Very hard to get in there though. Watch your head. Oh, it's so tight. Oh, sweet. You don't need our lamp. We got it lit up with a moon type thing. This is wild. See what that looks like.
Don't get stuck.
No rooftop in there. Dark, but yeah, it's got a roof to it.
Can't see.
That's very small. So when we came to the Orkney Islands, that's what this is. We came from down here in Scrabster, up and around here, and we started in Stromness. So far we've went to Unstand Cairn. Now we're going to work our way, we think anyway, to Standing Stones of Stennis, then Ring of Brodgar, and maybe even take in some Orkney folklore storytelling tonight at like 8 o'clock. We took a detour instead. This place is about to close, so we decided to hit it up. This is Skara Brae. Skara Brae is a 5,000-year-old village. 5,000 years. It's older than the pyramids. It's older than Stonehenge. This right here is a replica of what one of the houses would look like. We're going to go see the real houses here soon. But this is like a replica. This is where they would have had their fire, and they had beds and different things like that. We're going to see the real stuff here soon. But yeah, all kinds of furniture all over the place. There was a bunch of these houses like this that were underground. The tops are now gone. It's one of the few places we could go on this island that you actually have to pay and check in during business hours. Even though it's an old ruined village. It's ran by I think National Trust Scotland. Oh, Historic Scotland. But yeah, so it does actually charge to get in. Luckily we got the membership.
These are good, guys.
So this is what's left of this house. There's some more well preserved than others. The there was hallways going from house to house, so they wouldn't have to go out into the cold air. The whole village was basically underground. Here are some of the tunnels and hallways. There would be a house right here. This would have been the main passageway right here, over here into the underground mound that the village was under. That's what the sign said. So that would be the main way to get in and then get from house to house. And I believe there was one of the buildings was made and it was not for a house. It was for workers and things like that, butchers to chop stuff up. We're going to be walking up in between some of the structures that would have been here. This would have been a house. You can see the bed right there. They had like a hearth and things like that there with the pottery and all that on it. So now we're going to check out the Bras Bercé, which is only accessible during low tide. Right now it's about half hour past low tide, but you can see up there that this area is all covered during high tide. The Bras Bercé is a Viking settlement from over 1,000 years ago. We are going to try this again tomorrow. It's already getting deep and the high tide is coming in. I'm hoping this couple can make it back across without getting too wet. Now we are going to go explore the standing stones of Stennis. Had a couple hiccups. Obviously the high tide, or the low tide was not low enough when we went to visit the Viking village. So now we're going to come here, visit back there another time. Yeah, this is an old standing stone circle about 4,500 years ago is when this was built. There's two stone circles in this area. This one, and then we'll visit the next one next. But yeah, it's up there on the hill. So you're not allowed to go in this stone circle. They're trying to preserve it. It's got a huge trench around it. It was dug out back in the day as well. We're going to walk around this huge stone circle. They say that even though it was built 4,500 years ago, there are some Viking markings, Viking graffiti that was put on some of these about 1,000 years ago. Standing stones of Stennis.
Slide left.
So these are what's left of the stones of Stennis. There's 4 stones left that were erected 5,000 years ago. This one's older than the Ring of Bråker. Just so you can see the scale of the stone. You're not traveling through the stones. We're in a spot called Yesnaby. We're looking for some puffins. See if we can take some pictures of some puffins out here. no puffins earlier at our earlier stop. So now we're at Marwick Head Nature Reserve. We're the only people here looking for puffins. Seen a lot of other birds, no puffins yet. Saw some sea lions. Skunked again. No puffins here right now. Maybe we'll try again tomorrow sometime, somewhere. I think this is day 9 of our trip. It's July 6th. We're still on the Isle of Orkney. Orkney Isles. We're in Kirkwall this morning. And this is St. Magnus Cathedral. We wanted to go in and get a tour, but they're not open for that today. We might explore the kirkyard here. So Kirkwall is the biggest city on Orkney. Over 10,000 people live here, which is more than the rest of the island put together. Little window shopper. Oh. Looking for some breakfast before we go shopping and find a shower. We found breakfast at Trenaby's so I could get my full Scottish breakfast. And Rhonda got some porridge and cappuccino with bananas. Whole lot of shopping going on. Whole lot of shopping. Back at St. Magnus Cathedral. We're inside this time. Still in Kirkwall on Orkney. We're going to visit this ruined palace, Bishop's Palace, where the bishops lived. This was built about 1,000 years ago. Alright, now we're across the street at the Earl's Palace. Same area, just across the street. We're gonna go check this out inside. Rhonda finds the handles interesting and how they work and all that, and how they... Oh, now she just busted her ass. Yeah, huh, I saw you slip. That corner of my eye I did, and this step right here, you almost busted it. Very busy here in Kirkwall. A lot going on. I like it better when you have the place to yourself. There's the well. Now this is a huge kitchen fireplace right here. Thing is huge.
Heading to Wydeford Cairn.
Here's Wydeford Hill Cairn. I could have been wrong if I said earlier that this is from 500 BC. This is also 5,000 years old. This would have been the way you accessed the cairn back in the day, but that's so small you would have to like crawl into it. Supposedly there's a modern entry hatch that you can take to get into it. We'll see what we can do with that. Looks like that's the hatch. There's the chamber. You get to go down in there. It's got some mud.
Looks sketch.
Get your light out, babe.
Down he goes. I might just let him go down there and lock him in. Just kidding.
Tight.
Okay, babe, I'm gonna shut the door.
Okay. So, we're not going in there. That's too tight. I don't feel like getting down in this and getting all wet and muddy, crawling on my hands and knees to get in any of these 3 extra rooms that are very, very small anyway. All kinds of cool ancient graffiti here on these rocks. Stuff that's inscribed on the rocks. They said some of it was written over by modern people though. And people, not even just modern, like throughout the years, you know. This was rediscovered in the 1800s, so some of it might have been people after that. Alright, that was quite the hike back up the mountain to get to Old Blue. But we're back. Now we are going to drive over to the Brough of Bersay for a 3rd time and see if the tide is low enough for us to adventure across. If it's not, we hope at least it's low. We're going to bring our slides out there, and if we need to wade across, we'll wade across. Third time's a charm. Look how clear that is. It's our 3rd attempt at doing this, and we finally got it at the real low tide. When it's fully high tide, you can't even see any of that. It's completely covered with water. Last night when we were here, like I said, you could see the cement a little bit, but I bet it was 5-6 feet underwater. This is what's left of a Viking village from the year 1000. They said that some Pictish people, the Picts, lived here before that. But the Vikings took it over. Yeah, they said this part over here would have been the Viking village. And this part over here would have been more of where royalty stayed. Or somebody of high esteem. The colors here are amazing. Underneath there. It's crazy to think the Vikings lived here. See the drainage here. It goes out to the sea, or where the sea will be tonight. You can totally see the drainage here again. It goes underground, comes back up over here, goes around the corner, underneath all this stuff, and back out to the sea. So this would have been like walking into a house, or a room anyway, right here. So the center was made for fires. It's really all that's left of this room. It's a lot bigger than what I first thought it would be. The biggest part, the tallest part, I guess, that's left. To me, this feels like a totally different place than over there. This feels much more modern to me over here.
Oh, poor little guys are outside of the fence. They're not with their friends.
We are now at the Broch of Gurness, or Gurness. We don't even know how to say it. It's another community that's of buildings that's very old. These ones are not overly protective. You can actually walk down in them. So this would have been one of the rooms. The whole thing would have been covered. And it would have been mostly underground, or at least protected from the strong winds here. So this used to be a huge tower, Broch, that had a big inner circle. You can see that there's all kinds of pathways and things like that that would have been underground. Pretty interesting. But the other cool part that we just learned by reading it was these rocks are just stacked on top of each other. There's no type of mortar or cement or anything holding it together. It's just rocks stacked on top of each other. Really thick walls though, on that main tower. It's crazy to think that nothing is holding these in place other than just gravity of them stacked on top of each other. And it would have been super tall. This main building would have been. It's crazy to think that this place is not even, it's about half as old as Skara Brae. And they actually found the bodies of 6 Vikings buried in this area. We just read that on one of the placards. But pretty interesting that it was a Pictish colony and then Vikings appeared here as well. So this is the main part of the Brock. This tower would have been very tall. I didn't really read how tall. This says here there was a small cell outside of the tower. Oh, I'm gonna go in this room and check it out. Getting in here is not easy. Oh. Probably would have been 2 stories here, because look at this. Down here there's some rooms in there. And then up here it looks like there's a walkway above that. A stairwell here. And then around here. This is inside the main Brock Tower. Some type of a well here. Drainage. Different rocks with holes in them. Here's one too. It's almost like a wheel. What you find, baby? All kinds of sea glass.
Yep, cool finds.
Ooh, that one's kind of sharp though. Out here hunting for puffins again. We're back at Marwick Head, I think is what it's called. Again, we were here yesterday. Our ferry doesn't leave until tomorrow morning from Orkney, so we figured we'd just be out here hunting for photos. We are seeing rabbits everywhere, and I'm talking about by the hundreds. There's rabbit holes everywhere. Like, all this stuff is nothing but rabbit holes right here on the seashore, on the cliffs. There's a little guy right over there. He's no puffin. That's the Broad Bersay over there, where we saw the Viking village earlier today. We still don't know what this is yet. We're gonna have to check this sign over here and see what it is. I saw it on a map and it said some type of memorial. I just don't remember what it said. So this is a memorial for a ship that sank. There was 12 survivors. In 1916 it sunk. Right out there is where it sunk at. And they found 12 survivors in the gullies. What's that? Oh, 737 men, passengers, and only 12 lived. So that's what that's there for. Well, there's thousands of birds down there, and none with orange beaks. So it looks like we're skunked on the puffins again. We found a camera that is always recording for bird conservation. But no puffins, not on this trip. Luckily we found some earlier on our vacation, but not today. Well, this is what we did instead of finding a puffin today. We found some human junk.
Sea glass.
Sea glass that we're gonna put in a jar and keep at home. So that's what we found.
And 2 shells.
Yeah, and then 2 shells too. They were on the
They're
front.
really pretty.
Yeah, she just likes the color. Even though I threw away like 10 of those, but still. We're gonna be staying right about here tonight on this cliff. Yesnabe Stacks is what it's called. No, Yesnabe Stacks is over there. This is just Yesnabe. So I just thought this spot was pretty cool. How we got the hole in the rock right up here, right there. It's pretty cool to me. So we're not parking up for the night yet, but this is where we're going to park up. We are going to walk out on that peninsula right there. I know it might not look too much like a peninsula right now, but it's a big cliff peninsula. We're gonna do that before we go to bed for the night. This grass feels like carpet. So smooth. This is what it looks like at midnight in Scotland. Kind of crazy how much light still comes through. Back like we never left at Annie's Bakery. We drove 30 minutes the wrong direction, and then we'll have to drive 30 minutes back just to come here again one more time. This time we're gonna get a sausage roll, not a sausage in a roll. There's a difference. Sausage rolls, macaroni pie, and a muffin. And a smile on her face. We made our way out to Dunnet Head. Not as windy this time as it was a couple years ago when I came here. Gonna come out here and maybe take a few pictures of some birds. Got a pretty cool lighthouse over there. And then over here you can see off in the distance the Orkney Islands. Well, we're leaving Dunnet Head now. Rhonda's a Dunnet Head.
Oh, somebody just pulled in. I'll see if we can get
We-
parking.
Okay, we're gonna give our parking pass to somebody else. We did get a couple pictures of puffins flying. It was tricky to get, but we got it. We got what we came here for. It's really windy out though. So we're gonna head on now to Strathy Beach.
Spill that water.
No. We decided to take a little break here. Get some energy drink. Rhonda's mixing it together. Get a little stretch. Check out the scenery. There's a sticker over here. Kind of hard to believe. Oh, it says Antifa by nature, not naughty by nature. I thought it said naughty by nature. Antifa by nature. Like anti-fascist. But yeah, I thought it said naughty by nature. I thought that was pretty unique, but I guess that's not as unique as I thought. But yep, just taking a little break. The North Coast is a lot more driving until we get to Smoot Cave. Here we are in our 10th day out of 15, and look who finally decided to get in the driver's
Only for a
seat.
short time.
Yeah, Rhonda said she's gonna drive the rest of the trip. 5 more days. She said she's gonna drive the last 5 days.
I said, hop in. I'm going to drive for about 10 minutes.
I've been driving for 10
You
days.
better put your seatbelt on because I don't trust myself.
I don't even know where the seatbelt goes. This feels so foreign over
there's
here.
one here, or you can do one.
How does
over
it even
here.
work? I still don't see it.
Come on.
Here we go.
I gotta adjust the mirrors actually.
Okay. What about this one over here? How does this one look to you?
We'll figure it out when I get on.
Stay left.
My palms are sweaty.
It's much easier with an automatic.
136 for 14 miles.
We're gonna turn her down a little bit.
Turn right.
Speed limit 60.
Maybe going 30.
We're going 20.
Go or do I stop?
Just go. You know what to do.
I will hit it.
Stay on the road though. You're going off the road. You were literally off the road.
How does it feel to be a passenger?
You were off the road.
Yeah, you're off the road all the time.
I'm not.
Yes, you freaking are.
Anyways, it's not going as bad as I thought it would go.
I'll have to give you a little
I
taste
think
of
I
your
want to
medicine.
drive though. I think I want to go back to driving.
Oh, there's some
Oh,
sheep.
there's some sheep. Babe. Here we go. Next roundabout or pull out, I'm driving the rest of the way.
And I'm driving just fine.
But
at least he gets to know what it's like to be quote unquote passenger princess.
you are the
Doing
passenger princess.
Nothing. There's a lot that's to be done in passenger princess seat. Like the White Horse.
Okay, yeah, you just keep your eyes on the road and make sure I don't hit these bumps. Don't. Why would you do? Oh, okay.
Because there's.
I see. You're trying to park for us.
And I'm just. So how is being passenger princess?
We're back to our spots. This is where
Huh.
we're gonna stay. This
After
way the
how
rest of
many
the
days?
time.
Would you say this was day 10? Of you
Yeah.
crying about me not driving. And I finally drive. And then you get a chance to be in my seat and realize how stressful it is over here even though you're not driving.
It's way more stressful over here.
How was that?
If I was driving and sitting in the passenger
No.
seat, I would not be nearly as
Oh,
nervous as you
okay.
being in the driver's seat and me being in the passenger seat.
But I did just fine.
You did okay.
Did just fine. And this, you're going too fast because I just saw the speed limit sign flash at you.
You did okay. Saw this pretty beach and decided to pull out and check it out. Driving through town. Low tide. We are now at Smoo Cave. There's a waterfall inside of here. We came here 2 years ago, but it was kind of late at night. There's a hole in the roof of the cave right here. Good thing we wore our waterproof boots. And then up here is the waterfall that falls into the cave. They've got it well lit back here though. Sango Sands Beach. We were here 2 years ago as well. We're going to go down there and take some pictures. Just a little pull off because I needed a break from driving and it just looked too beautiful. And wanted to stretch. Kind of take a look at the maps and see where we're at. Just get out of the car. This is my favorite part of the country right here, this whole upper west coast. Hardly any cities, any towns. Just views like this over and over and over again. Kylesque Bridge. Finally can see the top of those mountains. You can't go very fast here though because you can't see anything. You know if a car's coming at you or what. Traffic jam. Come on.
Oh, she's pooping.
We just pulled up to Clash Nessie Falls here at 9 o'clock at night. We're going to go on a little 1 hour hike here. Actually find the falls in that direction. And then we're going to come back here. We can't stay here for the night because we'd have to be gone by 6:30 in the morning. Still might be an option, but we might have to park somewhere else for the night. So we're on the street right here in Clash Nessie. Right at about sundown. We only have to go back to there. We just have to find the trailhead to get to it. And this is where the trailhead starts. Oh yeah? I'm going to the top. Rhonda does not want to. She fell a little bit, so she's going to stay down and take some pictures. Maybe some video from down here. Alright, I made it to the top. Didn't take as long as I thought it might. Down there is Rhonda. Out there is the beach. We got sheep on the beach. It's pretty wild that even at midnight, past midnight, you can see the mountains in the distance. Ardvreck Castle. Little pit stop for a beautiful view. And some chocolates. Breakfast in Ullapool. I got the Big Cult is what it's called. We're at the Cult is the name of the restaurant. You got some poached eggs on some toast.
Sourdough, some bacon.
We might go out and check out the port right after this. City of Ullapool. Don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere. Probably one of the coolest looking little towns we've been to. Flockton.
Mile, at the roundabout, take the 3rd exit and stay on A87.
We are at the Isle of Skye. This is the ferry pools. We are going to hike out there and check out the pools. Coming over to you. It's so clear, it's like just see the bottom. Pretty much to the top of the falls of the ferry pools. Looks like just small stuff now. Little guy getting loud. So this is the spot where we're parking up for the night. Right in front of the Old Manor store. All set up. Not going to pop the top because we're going to get ready to go first thing in the morning. And get ready to rock. The Old Manor store and the Needle, and an amazing view of the sea. Action.
You probably should have stopped right there.
No, they're waiting for us up there. Quai Rang is what this place is called. We're gonna hike up there some. We just drove up here from down there. You can kind of see the car, the path we took with our car. And then that is just crazy looking. Lunchtime with a view. A little cheese toasty. Over here, climbing mountains with sheep. Watch this. just got done hiking. It's quite rang. What do you think, babe?
It's pretty amazing. Stunning views.
Stunning everything.
Roaming sheep. Breathtaking views.
Weather was perfect. The people of the locals said we had some of the best weather out here this week. Best weather in a long time. Sheep.
Got some sheep.
Got sheep in the road.
Whoop.
Then turn left onto A855.
Babe, I caught you not looking straight ahead.
You did that?
Yes, I did.
I was looking straight at
No, you were not.
We're at the Fairy Glen. On the Isle of Skye. Pretty busy actually right now. We are at Dunvegan Castle on the southern and southwestern end of Skye. This castle is owned by Clan MacLeod and it's the oldest continually inhabited castle in Scotland. Which I believe means people still live in here. What's it say?
I was wrong. It was this one.
Oh, okay.
Look at that.
This lady scared Rhonda. She's not going to admit it now, but she went, jeez, when she came around here. Here we've got the well. You can kind of see there's a window down in there where it comes out the other side. Over here. Pretty view. So this is called a monkey puzzle tree from Chile. is what Rhonda said. She just read it. It's a big boy. Sundials in the middle of your garden was a big thing back in the day. See that a lot. We are in the city of Portree on the Isle of Skye. We are at the Chippy, and I got a battered sausage and chips. Rhonda got the fish and chips. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Can you guess who opened mine, and can you guess who opened hers? Look at the packaging. We're on Lake Cloney. Just got parked up for the night. This is where we're going to be at. Rhonda's brushing her teeth. We got quite the view, quite the scene tonight. It's about 10:15. And head to bed. And tomorrow we're going to be off to Fort William and possibly Glencoe. July 10th. Not sure what day that is on our trip, but we're here at Ben Nevis. Ben Nevis is the biggest mountain in the whole of the UK, and there's Steel Falls is what it's called. We're gonna go find Steel Falls. We have no service, so we're going off old school maps. There's water going all through these rocks. It's not really a cave, but it almost kind of is. Just because the water is going under the rocks. You can see it here and there, but not everywhere. So this is Steel Falls. Steel Falls is a filming location in one of the Harry Potter movies. What's that? What'd you say?
That's the prettiest waterfall I've ever seen.
It is. I don't know. I'm still big on Clash Nessie.
On Clash Nessie?
Yeah. We got all kinds of muck going on here. Pretty mucky over here. So Rhonda just ran across a little dead baby deer in the waterfall.
So we crossed the waterfall. And I slipped. And my boots are filled with water. And we still have to hike back. All the way to the car. With soaking wet socks and boots. How's it going?
think we found our spot to park up for the night. Same place we did in 2022. Got this waterfall over here. Got this little bridge. This river. An old cottage over there. And you got the Glencoe Valley. Rhonda's working on a little cold dinner for us. Just a sandwich. We got some sandwich meat we got to get rid of before we go. That we are keeping just in case we... Yeah. Yeah. Got to get rid of everything. We got to get rid of everything that's in our camper van. We've only got a few days left here. So yeah, our emergency supplies, we've got to get rid of it all. Got the ham and chorizo sandwich. Some grilled steak chips. Some pasta. I just got her thing going on over there. Pretty good.
The view is
Room with a view.
yeah. Dinner with the most gorgeous view ever. Cheers.
We decided to move the camper van and go back first so we can hit this view right here
Ta-da!
from inside the camper van.
We are in for the night in our camper van here in Glencoe, checking out this stunning view. It's like a picture.
We're laying down in bed looking at that.
Doesn't get any better than this.
I have no idea what city we're in, but we are going to the Green Welly. It's like a everything stop. They have cafe and stuff. Getting some breakfast here. We are in Dumbarton at Dunbarton Castle. This was closed last time we were here because of the construction. You can see it's still ongoing, but at least now it's open. And we just got in officially. We got our tickets and we're in. They said this place has a total of 661 steps. A lot of it's outdoors. Castle is really just a bunch of buildings on a huge hill. Rhonda brought out the big guns. Cannon would take out anything that came out here. They said the Vikings also took over this castle at one point in the 800s. What's that? Yeah, they took over the whole mountain, hill, whatever you want to call it. So in 870, the year 870, this place was attacked by Vikings. 200 Viking ships is what they said. And everything they stole, they took back to Dublin, Ireland, where they were stationed. This is the highest point on the castle grounds. I figured we kind of hit this first, get the steps out of the way. You can see for forever up here. We are now hiking up Connick Hill. Connick Hill really is more like a small mountain. And it's the highest point around here. And supposedly has the best views of Loch Lomond. Getting closer to the summit. all these stairs are supposedly new within the last year. Before that, it was just a hike up the hill. On our last stretch of the hike, going up there, on top of that, it's the end. That hike was well worth the effort. Beautiful views of Loch Lomond here. On our way down, we got a couple more hikes we might do today. Looking at Buchanan Castle hike, and then maybe even Finnish Glen, which we visited back in 2022. Not sure what I want, what I'm feeling. We both decided on a steak pie for both of us. The oldest pub in Scotland also has a very good steak pie. Short hike to Finnish Glen. Last time we came here in 2022, it took us forever to find a way down into the river area, the gorge. We know where we're going, we think, this time. We'll see how it goes. Yes, we'll see how it goes. And this was a filming scene in the show Outlander as well, one of Rhonda's favorite shows. So this place has absolutely no marking. You've got to just go off of what you remember. And this is not like a well-traveled spot, really. Not like a famous spot. It's more like a hidden gem. Somewhere around here is the path down. There's like a rope with very, very sketchy 150-year-old stairs. So we found the way down. A very, very hard to find spot. So we're gonna make our way down. A lot of hand-to-hand climbing here.
Good thing we have hand wipes.
Yes, good thing we have hand wipes. Good call. Yeah, look at these stairs in quotation marks. I think I'm gonna go around them. They used to have a rope here that you would hang on to as you went down, but I don't know, maybe it broke off. I jumped. I better get skinny right here. Good thing I lost 25 pounds before this trip. We made it down. We few other people here. You can see them going up. That's how you come down right there in that little ravine. Now we are at Buchanan Castle. Obviously this has been ruined for a long time. All kinds of stuff growing throughout it. This is our last thing that we're going to do before we're pretty much done with the Highlands and Loch Lomond after today. After that, it's nothing but Glasgow. You can see the boards where the wall used to be plastered. This place is really interesting. Just overgrown. Mother Nature took over. Some type of stairwell up there. I don't think we're going to go up there. It doesn't look safe. Look at this. You have a tree that literally started to grow from the moss on top of it. This place is huge. It's like a big maze. Oh, look at this room. There's like a basement in here that had caved in at some point. This room is sweet. Looks like there was a courtyard in there or something. Got a little torch here, lighting me up so I can see where I'm going. The underbelly of this place is big as the upper level. Look at this, like just ivy and everything climbing up the walls of the ruined castle. We just happened to be driving back through one more time and we just noticed this is right now happening here shortly. Some bagpipers. away from the pipes for a little dessert. Millionaire cheesecake. And of course we had to get some sticky toffee pudding. Oh, there goes your head again. Look at the biggest fox I've ever seen right back here. He was just by our camper van. Let's see how bright we can make this thing. Lock it. It's dark out, so it's hard to see him, but man, that guy was big. He was like sniffing our tire.
Scavenging.
Yep. Returning the camper van. 1,600 miles. Glasgow time. We are in Glasgow. Trying to figure it out. If I remember right, Glasgow is the biggest city in Scotland, and I would say it's probably the most American-like city. We found a little Italian joint called La Laterna, and it's somebody's birthday.
Italian for life.
Yes, this is what Rhonda selected for her birthday dinner. Yeah, it was recommended. And but yeah, we decided on this for our Italian dinner, even though it's lunchtime. Probably go lighter a little bit later today, but this will be our big meal. And we are both so basic, we went with the lasagna and garlic bread.
Looks delicious.
A little bit of Subway transportation, navigation. University of Glasgow. Subway's a bit shaky, but it's clean. Very clean and modern. Winding down the trip. Looking for one last bit of sweets before we head back to the hotel. And then it's all travel from there.